Hello folks, welcome back. In this tutorial, we're going to do some examples on the triggers. So you can go ahead and create some triggers. So let's say first you'll go to setup, and then on the left hand side, you're going to see a build, and then under the build, you'll see a customize. So under the customize, let's say I wanted to create a trigger on a contact object. So you can go ahead and select the contact from the below list. And if you scroll down in this contacts, you're going to see triggers. So what it's going to do is, let's say I wanted to go ahead and create a new trigger. So you click on the new button, and now it will say trigger, and you have to specify the name of the trigger, and it automatically says on which object, on the contact object. Similarly, if you go up down here, let's say you wanted to create a trigger for the account object. So you can go up to this accounts, and if you scroll down, you're going to see triggers. And on the triggers, if you go ahead and click new, so this trigger will be created on the account object. So you can create triggers on any of the objects that is available on the standard objects as well as the objects that you have created. So in this tutorial, we're going to focus only on the objects contact. So let's say I wanted to go ahead and create a trigger for a contact object. So I'll go under to the contacts, and in the contacts, I'll go ahead and create a new trigger. So right now what happens is, if you go ahead and create a contact object, let's say whenever I create a new contact object, I wanted to update the description on that contact object. So let's say I wanted to create a contact called Deepika, and last name is Khanna. And there is a description column here, which is basically I wanted to go ahead and update it every time a contact is created. I don't want to do it myself. So here description is empty. So let's say I wanted to go ahead and update this every time a new contact is created. So if you go ahead and click save, it has not done anything with the description. Description part is empty. Let's say I wanted to create a trigger which automatically does that. So how will I do? I'll go to the setup. I'll go to the build. So if you scroll down, you'll see build. On the customize, you'll see contacts. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the contacts. And in the contacts, I'll create a new trigger. So I'll go up here and I'll say new of trigger. What is the name of my trigger? Name of my trigger, you can specify here. Let's say contact before insert. So this is the name of my trigger. And I wanted to do it on the contact object. And what is the event? When you wanted to fire this trigger. I wanted to fire it before I insert a new record into a contact object. So let's say for every time. So it's for every time a new contact is created. So I'll say trigger dot of new. So whenever a new contact is created, I wanted to go ahead and update the description. So contact dot of description column to, let's say, something like this. Contact created by Udemy instructor. Let's say I wanted to update the description every time someone creates a contact. So here I'll go up here and I'll click save. So it has asked me to enter something. So there has to have a end of the, so this block is closed here and this block has been closed here. So everything looks good. We're going to go ahead and click save here. So now we have created our trigger. So every time a new contact object created, let's go ahead and test this. So we're going to go ahead and create a new contact here, and we'll say hello test. This is the new contact. We are not providing anything in the description column. We're leaving the description column as it is, and let's say if the trigger is working fine or not. So if you scroll down, you're going to see the description has been updated. So this is what the trigger does. So every time a new contact is created, this description will be updated. So if you want to do one more example, you can go to the contacts, create a new contact here, and let's say I'll say John Stewart. And here I'm not doing anything with the description here, so your description is still empty. But if you go ahead and click save, it will set the description to the one that we have provided. So this is about creating a trigger on the contact object. Similarly, in the next tutorial, we're going to do something when we are updating. So we're going to talk about that. Till then, stay tuned and thank you so much.